Hello, my name is Danny Baek, and my presentation will focus on the context of pollution caused by toxic tanneries in Hazaribagh, Bangladesh. In this presentation, I will discuss the purpose and objectives which elaborate on the current context of pollution in Hazaribagh. Next, I will discuss the prevalence of tanneries in Bangladesh by illustrating the growing demand and increasing export trends of leather goods. Then I will discuss the routes of pollution from the tanneries into a nearby river. I will then discuss the various impacts caused by tanneries in Hazaribagh, Bangladesh. Then I will discuss how polluted the water actually is. Additionally, I will discuss the health implications caused by the tannery pollution in general. Finally, I will have a summary of my findings at the end of the presentation. The purpose and objectives of the presentation is to describe the context of toxic tanneries in Hazaribagh, Bangladesh, as well as to assess the environmental and health impacts. The leather industry in Bangladesh is worth $1 billion a year, but that value comes at a significant human cost to the many workers employed in the country's leather tanneries. Figure 1 illustrates the increasing trend in leather exports in Bangladesh from the years 2008 through 2014. Increasing global demands for leathers have caused an exponential increase in the production of leather goods in Bangladesh, especially in Hazaribagh, which is home to 150 tanneries out of the 220 tanneries in Bangladesh. Hazaribagh soon became one of the world's most polluted places. Hazaribagh is a community in the southeast corner of Dhaka, which is the capital city of Bangladesh. Figure 2 illustrates a map of Hazaribagh and the route of waste into the nearby river called the Buriganga River from the tanneries located in Hazaribagh. The tanneries in Hazaribagh are discharging and dumping their waste and effluents without treatment into nearby water bodies. This poses as a great risk of pollution and entails significant impacts to the community, as people often come into close contact with the river since they use it for drinking water and consume the fish caught in this river. So what kinds of pollutions are caused by the Hazaribagh tanneries? The process of tanning leather hides is highly toxic, as many of the tanneries in Hazaribagh uses a outdated method that involves chromium, which is a known carcinogen. Workers face appalling conditions and are exposed to dangerous chemicals that also pollute the surrounding environment. Figure 3 illustrates the various types of pollutions. There is water pollution caused by the effluents discharged by the tanneries. This caused discoloration of water from the toxic chemicals. Additionally, the workers and communities have increased incidence of death from cancer caused by such pollution. Furthermore, soil pollution is prevalent, as many leftover hides are scrapped on both land and water. Air pollution results from the tannery process, which gives off ammonia gas and hydrosulfuric acid. This air pollution is known to cause several respiratory problems and can cause damage to the lungs. As a result, biodiversity continued to decline throughout the food chain. Most importantly, heavy chemicals used in the tanning process, such as chromium, formic acid, and mercury, are directly causing the pollution in Hazaribagh. Furthermore, I wanted to discuss the actual severity of the pollution in the tannery wastewater. Figure 4 shows a study that compares the physiochemical parameter of non-tannery water and tannery wastewater samples in Hazaribagh, Bangladesh. While the pH levels did not differ much, it is important to note the extremely high level of chromium in tannery waters compared to the non-tannery waters. Furthermore, they measured the COD levels, which stand for chemical oxygen demand levels. The COD level is the amount of oxygen consumed to chemically oxidize organic water contaminants to inorganic end products. COD levels are used to assess water quality, and as seen in Figure 4, the tannery waters have significantly higher COD levels, which implies its high toxicity. Next, I will discuss the health implications from the tannery pollution in Hazaribagh. A study by Mohanta illustrated that 35% of tannery workers had gastrointestinal issues, 25% had dermatological issues, and 10% had headaches. Furthermore, 90% of these workers die before the age of 50. This study confirmed that tannery workers had worse health conditions as a result of the exposures to heavy chemicals. In addition to this study, more studies are needed to fully assess the health implications from this pollution, such as cancer. Finally, I want to address some points to conclude my presentation. Firstly, it is obvious that the tannery industry in Hazaribagh brought important economical gains, but these gains come with the cost of pollution and environmental harm. Furthermore, the negative health implications as a result of pollution, like the chemical chromium, is important to consider as it is a known carcinogen. As a result, there is a strong need for a solution to prevent further pollution and environmental harm. In 2009, the government undertook initiatives to relocate Hazaribagh factories to a new leather industrial zone in a city called Savar. The government claimed to have better waste treatment facilities as well as a central effluent treatment plan in Savar. However, the transition was slow due to shortage of funds, and the strategy of isolating the tanneries to a different location resulted in similar environmental damages as seen in Hazaribagh. Therefore, stronger and viable solutions are needed to be implemented to prevent another case of Hazaribagh's burden of pollution. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and these are the references that I used.